Hi everyone. Uh, we're still starting soon. I have a few more things I need to set up. Literally everything is going wrong today, so I'm gonna try my absolute best to stream normally, like I usually do, but it's every single thing that possibly could go wrong has gone wrong, and I fixed it, and then it went wrong again, and I fixed it again, and it's probably gonna go wrong again. So please bear with me for a little bit. I still have some things to set up. For now, hopefully, please enjoy the sounds of the song that we're gonna be working on in like 5 minutes. I really hope it doesn't lag. That would be awesome if it didn't do that. Okay, I think I figured out one of the reasons why it's lagging. It gets slow whenever I like open up a new tab on my browser that I'm on my other monitor, which I kind of have to do because I'm pulling up the original song and like making a YouTube community post thing saying, "Hey, I'm streaming right now," which I like have to do that, so it might be a little laggy for now. Here, why don't I just play one of the patterns on loop over and over? That'll be great, right? Here. Listen to this, and it might be a little laggy at the start. Hopefully, after I'm done with all this, then it won't suck so much. There, actually it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So far, so good. Sorry, I opened my own stream. Alright, post made. The one pattern seems to be doing well. What if I use two patterns, huh? Will this break everything while I'm still setting up? Let's see. So far, so good. Alright. None of that. What else do I need to do? Alright, I think that's everything. We're all set up. Hopefully it won't lag anymore. There we go. Hi everyone! Welcome to the Sturfall stream. Everything is going perfectly fine. Nothing's going wrong today. Nothing has gone wrong today. I fixed my mic. It's much better now, hopefully. So in the video that I released last Thursday or whatever, when I recorded it on this mic that I have here, when I recorded it, I was sitting on the floor, which was probably not the best idea in retrospect, but I was sitting on the floor while I was recording the video, and also I had the gain knob on the microphone turned halfway up, which is a lot of gain, and it does not sound good. To demonstrate, because I can do that, I'm gonna put some gain on this entire song here, and we're gonna see how bad it sounds. Yeah, just a little bit of healthy gain here. I'm also going to turn it down because this is gonna sound bad. But this is what my recording quality was like, basically. Oh, that doesn't sound bad enough. It sounded like that. Point proven, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I fixed that. My mic is hopefully better now. Although also I have a fan, a little box fan, right next to me down there. So if you hear that, if you hear fan noises, it's because there is a fan right down there, because it's hot in this room, and I would prefer to not get heat stroke in my own home. That would be awesome if that could not happen. But yes, mic is fixed, fan is going, so you might hear that. I tried my best to put a noise gate or whatever so that wouldn't come up, but if you hear it, there's nothing I can really do besides burn alive, which I don't want to do. The music. Yeah, so last week, hold on. Last week, I turned on stream and for 20 minutes experienced a bunch of lag and problems and everything, and it was awful. It just problems with the stream not working. So I ended early, unfortunately. But what I showed off in the brief 20 minutes was that I had worked more on this, the Rude Buster remix. That's the title of the stream. I worked more on this since I had shown it, and in the week since then, I worked even more on it. So we have a bunch of new stuff. Notably, I already went over this, but I'll go over it again because it's extremely embarrassing. So for the first ever stream that I did of Rude Buster, which was 4 or 5 weeks ago, a month ago or something, this bass here, actually this is the bass, right? Ooh. Hopefully it doesn't lag like that. The bass, which is this and this, I think. Yeah. Forgot to turn that up. The bass. Alright, it's happening again. What is causing this? Alright, it's fixed. That's cool. Yeah, to preface, I'm gonna say this a lot because it's gonna happen a lot, unfortunately, but for something with my current setup that I have is making it lag or whatever. It's all sorts of things. So I used to be my mouse would lag out and be really slow, and also my camera and everything. Just a lot of awfulness. I fixed that. That is not going to happen anymore. I swear. I literally have a button that will turn it off if it happens again. I figured it completely out. And now, as a consequence of me fixing that problem, now other stuff is going wrong, so it might be a little slow when playing the music back. Hopefully, not too much. Yeah, see, this little bar up here is getting angry at me every time I try to play my song. Hopefully we won't run into that too much. If we do, I can think of some other ways to fix it. I'm definitely streaming for the full amount of time today because I'm not ending early again. Everything is working fine except for the parts that it isn't. So, but yeah, the bass, which I showed off as much as I could. This bass that I made for the remix was all of the effects were turned off completely for the entire stream that I did like a month ago when I was working on this. The bass just had no effects, period, straight up. And it was awful. It said, it sounded like this instead of like this. I went over that before, but I wanted to remind you all that I'm utterly incompetent. It's fine. Yeah, but I've added a lot of stuff since then. I've also worked on fixing all of the problems, so hopefully they don't show up anymore. But in terms of the actual song, I added this, which is like a whole new drum loop. And that goes like for pretty much the entire song. And also, let's see, I like adjusted this pattern a little more. Just like small EQ, I think. Not too crazy of changes. And I added this little part here, which I'll play the full song again, but you'll see that this is probably the most major change that people would be used to. So. And after this, we will finally start making progress. That's unfortunate. Why is it doing that? Alright, I'll try to play through it again here. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hi to everyone just joining stream. Welcome. We are about to get started. I was just going over like changes that I made to the Rude Buster remix since like last week / a month ago when I worked on it last. I do this a lot. I work on music on stream and then I'll I'll like think, oh wow, this sounds really good. I'm really proud of what I made here on stream. And then I'll open it up like an hour after stream, like, wow, that was really good. What if I like work a little more on it? Just like fix a few small things, and then I will add like 2 more sections and tweak everything way too much. And then I'll do that like 5 different times between streams. So I feel like it is only fair that I explain like all the little tiny stuff that I do to my project files in between streams to you guys, because I don't want anyone to not know what's happening at all. Although, I mean, you can trust me to make changes, I guess. Watched your latest video and I thought it looked interesting and I loved it. Thanks. That means a lot. I worked for a long time on it. It took me like, I started working last Monday, all like editing. I had the voiceover recorded. I only recorded it in one take, basically. Like one big long take with like mess ups and everything. I just edited it down. But I didn't want to re-record because I was kind of on a time crunch, because the whole point of the video is like me predicting when the summer newsletter was going to come out, which, by the way, I was right about. So I wanted to make sure that it came out, the video came out at least a little bit before the summer newsletter, so I didn't really have time to re-record. And editing took like 20 hours or something. It was a long time. But I'm really proud of how it turned out, yeah, and I'm glad a lot of people are enjoying it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. let's... I haven't worked on, like... I haven't made a new section of this song in quite a while, so it might be difficult to get started again. Let's see. Actually, I might just want to copy from here. That would probably be smarter. By the way, I adjusted my mic settings, so if you miss something that I say or can't hear me at all or whatever, please let me know. Yeah. It took like half an hour to get my mic sorted out because I didn't want the fan to be too loud and have it be too annoying, and also I wanted to be able to be heard, and also I didn't want like to be aggressively distorted or anything. Yeah. Balancing act. Yes. This is... Does this flow well? I think so. I am going to copy over the drums from this section. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I should. I'm going to copy over the drums from this section and replace the other drums, because this is still like a higher energy section. It's just a different melody, which I'll get into in a minute. Are you in a basement or something? Nope, I am on the topmost floor, which is why it is very warm in here, and why I have a fan there. I just have like a tarp thing. It was gonna work as a green screen. Well, that was the idea, but I can't really chroma key it out because it's like the same. There's a window here, so it's the same color as my face, pretty much, sort of. At least the chroma key thinks so, so that doesn't really work, unfortunately. I like your voice. Thank you. You're the second person who has complimented my voice after that video, which is... I appreciate it. It's a little weird, since I've never gotten that kind of compliment before, but I appreciate it. I drink lots of water. That's how I keep it healthy. Yes. So, now that we have this whole section with this part, it's not playing. This whole section. Now we get to move on to this part, which let's see if I can find it in the original. By the way, something I realized while I was working on this off stream. So the the original like Rude Buster song, this is actually a little bit faster. It's like higher tempo than this song that I'm making, the remix. So I'm kind of leaning into that stylistically with several things that I'm doing. Like the drums are, excuse me, the drums are different. They're on different beats, so it like changes the pacing of the song, I guess, would be my way to explain that. Have you seen any Chapter 3 predictions and leaks? Predictions, yeah. I've seen a bunch of prediction videos and everything. Although not super, well, that's a lie. I've seen some super recently. In fact, I saw some like yesterday. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about like the thing from the newsletter where Papyrus says that he used to like be in a place with grass, and I thought that was interesting. I sort of considered doing like a theory of my own about that, because there are a few things that like basically the crux of it is like, does Papyrus saying that he came from a place with grass, since there's nowhere with grass in Undertale that Papyrus would like be able to get to, does that mean he came from Deltarune with sands? And I don't know, first of all, but notably, I think like Papyrus and sands came from different places, is all that I'm going to say. Yeah. It was the last question. I feel like there's some significance in that for sure. Yeah. definitely. Well, probably. Because the thing is, there was a Kickstarter video that Toby made for the Undertale Kickstarter when he made that in like 2014, 13, whenever that happened. That it has Papyrus and Sans explaining like the reward tiers that Kickstarter has, and they're standing on green grass in the middle of a black void. So it might be just like a funny callback to that, but it might be lore. So, but yeah, if I did do some kind of theory about that, it would probably actually be in like YouTube Shorts form, since I want to get into those, and also it would probably take a little less time to edit than the big long 16-minute video. But yeah, those are all the predictions that I've seen recently. Leaks? I don't know. I don't think anyone is genuinely leaking Deltarune stuff. And if they were, I would prefer to just stay spoiler free. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Drank a lot of water only for my voice to crack like that. That was funny. But yeah. So this part is the part that I already have down. It's here, by the way. This is the part that we're working on next. Okay. Let me listen to this for a little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the... baseline for this. And by the way, this doesn't have to happen immediately. If chat wants to talk about Papyrus lore for most of the stream, I'm totally fine with that. I guess there is also some green grass in every place that Flowey appears. Yeah, that's true. Actually, it's like the same sprite as the Kickstarter video. But like, Papyrus says he said he like used to live there before Snowden, and I don't think he would live in like, where is Flowey? Just like in hallways or whatever? I don't think he lived there. Maybe. It's interesting. I think like most people think that either means it's a funny reference to the Kickstarter or it's just Deltarune straight up. I think both are interesting. Also, notably, like, Papyrus has not appeared at all in Deltarune, like, whatsoever. In fact, I think people were saying that, like, no character has mentioned his name at all, although, like, his name is in the files and stuff. Like, the sprite for his house is named Pap House, and I don't think it's likely that Toby Fox would rename Sans' brother to be something other than Papyrus that starts with PAP. I think it's just Papyrus. He's just not around. Also, I thought it was weird that, like, if you go to the Steam page for Deltarune, it specifically mentions, like, oh, you can hang out with all these fun Undertale characters that are in this different world. You can do, like, Sans and Toriel and Asgore, and, oh, Papyrus, no, he's busy, sorry. I thought that was a little odd, and that's been there since Chapter 1, I think. Maybe. Actually, no, that's probably wrong. Because, was Chapter 1 on Steam? Like, just Chapter 1 when it came out? I don't remember. New Home has grass, yeah. Although, is it green grass? Maybe in, like, the flower room. Yeah, you might be right. I don't remember off the top of my head. Sans said something about his brother Papyrus, but that could be Mandela effect. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just said, like, my brother. Every time he refers to what we assume is Papyrus, he just says, oh, my brother. Which, like, Papyrus was his brother in Undertale. Papyrus is pretty much mentioned by name in the files, and like we have no reason to believe that Sans has any other brothers than Papyrus, except like maybe you believe Gasterlore, spooky, but I don't think it would be that blatant in Deltarune. I don't know. You're talking about Papyrus from the game One Shot, which shows a character called Nico, I know One Shot, that we help in an unknown world that we both completely don't know. I don't know. Is Papyrus in One Shot? Maybe. Maybe he got bored of Deltarune and decided to go back to a game that came out like a while ago. One Shot is old. That makes me sad. I love One Shot. I have a shirt of One Shot. Actually, I'm wearing a different shirt right now, but I have a One Shot shirt. Papyrus is either like the knight or just also at college. Yeah, maybe. I do think it's really weird that like Papyrus specifically, out of all of the Undertale characters, is just not involved in Deltarune, even like a little bit at all. I mean, it is kind of like, it makes sense that Sans would be like all coy about it and not answer, like, not say much about Papyrus, but he's like, the only information that we have about Papyrus comes from Sans in Deltarune, and I don't know. It's weird to me. I feel like it would be very odd of Toby and the team to just like not have Papyrus in at very least the first 2 chapters, just to like throw him in later and just have him be like a regular NPC in Hometown. Like, I think the way he's not like present in Deltarune whatsoever kind of hints at the fact that he might have like lore significance, or at least be like a little bit of a major player. Not a major player, a little bit of a player in the story, major or minor. I don't think Papyrus is involved in Deltarune. Yeah, maybe, but it would be, that's possible, but I don't know why like Papyrus specifically would just not be around, like out of all of the characters in Deltarune and Undertale, to be carried over to Deltarune. Maybe there might be a reason for it that we just like don't know that we won't know until chapter 7 or like chapter 8 or 9 or 10. By the way, that's something else. There are files in the game of Deltarune for like chapters 1 through 7, which is like, yeah, but also chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10, and I think chapter 0 as well, which like those could just be placeholders or whatever used for testing, and they could not mean anything at all. But also, Deltarune might have more than 7 chapters. Who knows? Who knows? I've been watching a lot of lore and speculation videos that say like, hey, maybe Deltarune is longer than we think. And that could support that. I actually wanted to put that in the video when I said like, at the very end when I'm talking about when Deltarune ends, like, we'll miss the suspense of waiting for a chapter. I wanted to put in like, there are chapter 8 and chapter 9 and chapter 10 like files in the game, because there are, but I just couldn't find them, so I didn't put them in. Maybe online courses. Yeah, Papyrus is he's making money online. He's a streamer. That's why he doesn't leave his house ever. I personally never leave my house. That's why I'm a streamer. I have the Deltarune sweater from Fangamer. I love it. Yeah, Fangamer is a cool service. I am a large fan, I guess that's the point. I'm a large fan of a lot of the series that they have like merch of, like Undertale, Deltarune, but also they have Celeste stuff. They have Yume Nikki merch. They have this Enna. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I really like it. They have One Shot, yeah. Deltarune is not a sequel to Undertale, Toby said. Yeah, that's true. Maybe, yeah. I don't really know how that could tie into Papyrus being there or not being there. Stories Papyrus. New Deltarune theory. Am I Papyrus all along? Maybe. I don't think I have the right skull shape, unfortunately. Honestly, I feel like I'm just reading chat right now. I don't know when we're gonna get back to working on the music, but I'm fascinated by chat's contributions to the theories. Here, let's Let's play like some soft music in the background. How about this? There, perfect, I guess. Feel like Papyrus being the knight is pretty compelling. Yeah. I've seen people's like theories about it, and I sort of agree with them. I don't know like to what extent though, because the whole like knight thing is really interesting and also complicated. Because yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into it right now because that would take literally the entire rest of the stream to explain. The narrator does call Papyrus forgettable in the No Mercy route. That's true in Undertale, yeah. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe Papyrus has ties into like another route in the Light World, maybe. That could be his lure significance, I guess. So many possibilities. I doubt we're getting more than 7 chapters, TBH. Maybe chapter 5 is Toby's fever dream ending, and 6 and 7 are the big Gastro Omega chapters that pay off 900 years of fandom speculation. Yeah, that's possible. For those that don't know, Toby, I think I included like the screenshot of this in the video, but Toby like came up with the idea for Deltarune when it was revealed to him in a dream, like a fever dream specifically. So Toby had this really bad dream one night while he was sick and like on medication for it, and it was the ending of a game apparently, and he like dreamed it so vividly that he woke up and like wrote it down and wanted to make a game out of it, and that game evolved into Deltarune eventually. I think it's interesting that you think that like maybe it would happen chapter 5 instead of chapter 6 or 7 or whatever the last chapter is. I've never heard that before. That could be. Yeah. Because like my working theory is that the big Gaster event is gonna happen like probably around chapter 7, and if there are more secret chapters that we don't know about, like 8 or 9 or whatever, those will just happen like after the Gaster event, which is why they're not like publicly accessible now. Although chapter 5 is interesting, yeah. Because chapter 5 is going by chess theory, which is just that like chapter 1 is the king is the highest piece in chess. Chapter 2 is the queen is the second highest piece. If you go through all the pieces, which there are 8 types of pieces, by the way, which, chapter 8, maybe. There are 8 types of pieces, I think. I think that's right. But basically, chapter 5, the 5th piece is the knight, so if anything knight-related happens, then it would probably either start or, like, culminate in chapter 5. I'm gonna play the whole song. This pattern is getting on my nerves. But yeah, if any knight-related activity happens at any point, it would probably be at chapter 5, which is why that's interesting. Literally a 2012 fever dream. It was. That is why we have Deltarune. Source, it was revealed to me in a dream. Also, completely true. That's actually why I started writing more seriously. A weird dream. Yeah, that's really cool. I've had like dreams about video games that I've wanted to make. And I have a little bit of a problem. I'll like plan out all this stuff for a video game that I really want to make and like start making music and everything for it, and then just never get started on anything else, and it like fades away. I'm trying my best to like actually plan out stuff now, cause coincidentally I'm thinking of working on a video game like sort of tied to dreams and dream worlds, a la Yume Nikki, and with bits of Off in there, like the game Off, which is also really good. Hold on. Pausing the music, because this is big announcement, that stream exclusive announcement. Get ready, because it's special, you guys. I'm releasing a video soon. Well, hopefully soon. I'm working on another music remix of the battle theme from Off, the game Off. And that is coming out probably, hopefully this week. Yeah. Look forward to that. I sure am. I'm really proud of the remix I have so far. It's either that or chapter 5, 6, and 7 are the same chapter that need to be played parallel to each other. Yeah, that's really interesting, actually. Because, again, literally spitting back information that I've heard from other Deltarune theories and stuff, but, there's stuff with the files in Deltarune, if you, like the save files, specifically, if you, like, have 3... You know how it gives you 3 like save slots that you can save to? I think specifically in chapter 1 before you finish it, if you like copy your first save file on to all 3 of the files, it'll say like preparations are complete, which is in like, by the way, we're assuming that that's Gaster speaking, because it's like the all capitals, like same sort of style of speaking as the Undertale Twitter takeover, where it was like announcing Deltarune and all that. This is all, go watch, I think their name is Molly Stars. They made like the big giant hour-plus long video on Deltarune. I think it's called the Device Theory. You should watch that because it's really good. I watched it like 3 times. Also, I wanted to talk about this. How do people edit like hour-long videos, hour-plus long videos with like that level of quality? The Deltarune community is insane. Like, people, I got a lot of compliments saying like, wow, your editing style is really great. I really like it. Like, this must have taken so long. Like, it's super high quality. And I appreciate that, but like, my video is 16 minutes. And there are videos out there that are like an hour, 2 hours long of that same like quality of editing in the Deltarune like YouTube circle. It's so cool to see. It's just awesome. Roaring taking place during the festival. Yeah, that's another thing. So like, as the Dark World plots are like progressing, there's also this thing of the festival happening in the Light World, which hold on. Stop lagging. Stop lagging immediately. When the festival happens, I don't know if they say specifically like when it's supposed to happen. Like if they give a specific day, which days correspond to chapters, I think. So like chapter 1 was a Friday, I think. I'm not like sure about this, but chapter 1 was probably a Friday. Chapter 2 took place on a Saturday. Actually, it might be chapter 1 was a Thursday and chapter 2 was a Friday. Something like, yeah. Chapter 1 was a Thursday, chapter 2 was a Friday. Because chapter 4, the bishop, is on a Sunday, so they'd probably go to church. It all makes sense. But yeah, the festival is building up, and that could be when the roaring happens or something else big, which would probably be like chapter 5, 6, or 7. So I love pepper steak, yeah. Stay tuned. I love video. Me too. Have you played Omori, maybe? You might like it if you're interested in dream themes. I have been recommended it by a lot of friends, and I'm going to play it as soon as possible. It's just like, I've been busy with other stuff this summer, so I do want to play it really soon, because I've seen that it has a lot of, like, it's an RPG, which I want to make an RPG. I love RPGs. It has a bunch of Yume Nikki inspired like stuff. Like there's the big like maze. I mean, come on. What other modern game has mazes that are in 2D RPG Maker? Interesting combat, which I hope the combat is interesting. Otherwise, it might be a little difficult to get through. So I'll take notes on the combat. Yeah, Omori is on the bucket list. Also, an obscure as hell, very, very interesting, that's also a Super Mario RPG reference. I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. I might look into that later. Like, what part of Super Mario RPG? Because I've never seen anyone else mention that. I don't doubt that Toby played Super Mario RPG and wanted to include, like, a reference to it, or maybe it was just inspired by a part of it, because, like, little bit of Toby lore for you guys. He's kind of old. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that, but he like he played a lot of old games. He like lists his inspirations in a lot of different like places, like interviews and on like updates and stuff. He lists a bunch of different old games that he really enjoyed and was inspired by, and on Twitter too also. And so like I think Super Mario RPG, like having something gastery, could be definitely an inspiration, because again, to talk about Yume Nikki, which is, by the way, one of my favorite games, which is why I'm talking about it so much. To talk about Yume Nikki again, there's this funky little event called Yuboa that's like a lot of people assume that it was one of the direct inspirations for like the character of Gaster, or at least like the appearance of Gaster, like the Mystery Man sprite. Look up Yuboa, U-B-O-A, if you haven't. It will pop up. Trust me. Change your life. Device Theory Part 1, yeah. I've heard that they sit down for infinity hours for months at a time. Yeah, it's incredible. I spent all of Monday, like 8 hours or 9 hours from the time that I woke up to like the time that I went to bed, with a few breaks in between. 8 or 9 hours. I do sleep a lot, by the way, to explain that. 8 or 9 hours Monday. Probably the same amount Tuesday and Wednesday, and a little more Wednesday because I made the thumbnail and that took me like 2 hours. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I spent 20-25 hours or something for probably like a fraction. I don't even know what fraction. An eighth? Like a tenth of what some of the longer videos are out there? It's insane. It's insane how talented some people are. Yeah. I think they use multiple editors. That could be true. Or just drink a lot of Monster. Yeah. I've not yet reached to the level of YouTube stardom that I need to replace my bloodstream with Monster Energy yet. But I'm on my way there. So if you want to directly fund my upcoming caffeine addiction, then please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I know Half-Bred Chaos has multiple editors. Yeah. Some of the battles against basic enemies under your level are a slog. Talking about Omori, I assume? Probably, yeah. But the boss fights are pretty interesting. Okay, yeah. I'm making my own game, which I'm talking about a lot. But making my own game, I have a few ideas to make like every single battle as interesting as possible. So that's what I really want to do with an RPG, because like I love RPGs. I'm literally the definition of the quirky indie Earthbound inspired RPG addict, because I like all of them, like Undertale, Yume Nikki. I don't know if Yume Nikki is Earthbound inspired. One Shot, Lisa, Off, like all of them. All of the RPG Maker games. Omori, upcoming in like the next like month probably. Yeah, I love all of them, but like the one sticking point in all of them is that the combat can like get a little slow after a while, which I want to try and minimize when I make something inspired by them. Except Undertale. Undertale solved combat, but I don't want to just copy Undertale because, I mean, come on, I'm not that desperate. I wouldn't just copy Undertale one for one. The joke is that I tried to do that like multiple times when I was younger and making games. If you don't, yeah, this is it. If you don't delete a save file 10 times, you can get an Easter egg of Mario doing a secret face. Same connections to make Gaster save very, very interesting in pre-Chapter 1 fountain save file menu. Yeah, because in Deltarune, if you like, I think it's specifically if you like are about to erase a save file and then don't, like you backpedal and go back on it, then, and if you do that like a certain number of times, you'll get like very specific dialogue that only pops up then from like the save file manager from Gaster, assumedly, which is crazy. Like, why would that be tracked in the game? But that's interesting. I think Super Mario RPG, if Super Mario RPG did something similar, then that could be like an inspiration of Toadie's, which is cool. By the way, sort of on topic, but Super Mario RPG just got remastered, by the way. Are any of you guys like interested in that? Because I know the music from Super Mario RPG is very, very good, and I like I've heard a lot of like people wanting Geno and Super Smash Brothers, which is another thing entirely. But as a consequence of that, I've heard a lot of Super Mario RPG music in my time on the internet, and it's pretty good. So I might be considering that to remix. Actually, when does that come out? Is it already out? Sorry, it's lagging a little bit. October 17th, 2023. Okay. I will definitely consider making a remix to release around that time. Yume Nikki? Yes. 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 You should play it. It's a little, there are some disturbing content. So like make sure that you are completely okay with playing it, and I'm pretty sure there are flashing lights too. Yeah, there are definitely flashing lights in like some of the sections. I just haven't been to them in a while. But it's a really cool, it's a 2D exploration game about like dreams. And it is, I won't say any more than that. I won't spoil you. It's very good. It came out like 20 years ago though, so keep that in mind. I think there is a remake around. There is a remake available in like 3D or 2.5D, but I've heard that some people like it less than the original, which is that happens with every remake. But yeah, look into it if you're interested, or if you're not, just look into it, please. Trust me. Lisa has dedicated boring grind areas, as every RPG needs them to be safe, but like 99% of the fights are single fights against unique enemies. Yeah. Like, another RPG that I play way too much probably for my own good is Pokemon, and that is like very, very grind heavy, so I want to minimize that when I work on my own RPG. I think Undertale could have benefited from an extra enemy or two per area, but it's definitely good as it is. Yeah, I think you're right, because like, if you haven't, by the way, definitely, I don't know why I'm telling you guys to do so many things. Do everything that I say to do in this stream, please. My happiness depends on it or whatever. But check out the Undertale art book if you haven't. I think it's another thing that Fangamer sells. You can get it digitally or physically. It's so cool because there are so many like scrapped monster designs and stuff. From Temmie, like designed a whole bunch of monsters for Undertale, probably like 2013, 2014, and a lot of them actually didn't end up making it into the final game. So it would be really cool if some of those could resurface somewhere. Maybe in Deltarune, I don't know. Although, that's kind of like, I don't think monsters could be enemies in Deltarune under most circumstances. So, but yeah, we'll see. Just drop a remix the day it comes out or when a trailer drops or something and you're set. You just described literally the reason that I am successful on YouTube. Because my big giant Spamton remix that I dropped on, that has like, my Spamton remix that has like 200,000 views or something, which by the way, like very little of that is monetized, unfortunately, because I was having problems with that back then. But my 200,000 view Spamton remix came out like the day after the Deltarune Chapter 2 came out. So actually it came out the day after Spamton came out. So it was very, very new, and its success is why we get to have nice things like these guys. I'm gonna put them back, yeah. But yeah, that is how I make my money, figuratively and literally now. I am monetized. Clap it up. I'm making money. It's not super a lot, but it's nice to be compensated for my work because it means I get to put a lot more effort into making music and theory videos and everything. Yeah. I mean, I was gonna ask, this kind of has already been answered, but would you guys like to see more Deltarune theory videos? Like kind of in the vein of the one I released? I mean, I think it's like, already my 4th most popular. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. I think it's already my 4th most popular video after the Spamton remix, the other Spamton remix, and the Among Us. Which, by the way, the Among Us airship remix, 900 of my subscribers are from that, and I will bet money that all 900 of them, or at least like 500 or 600 of them, have like not touched my channel since then, which is fine. Actually, I bet I have like some people who found me through that are around a lot more frequently, which is really nice. But yeah, I've heard the remake is nothing like the OG besides some areas. Yeah, are you... God, we've talked about too many remakes on the stream already. Are you talking about the Yumeniki remake or the Super Mario RPG remake? Because in terms of Yumeniki, yeah, definitely. It changes a lot of things, including the ending, I think, which, like, if you know Yumeniki, you know the ending is a little... It's, like, important. It is an important part of the story. Yumeniki? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I... Personally, this is just my opinion, but I think definitely, like, I have checked out both. I really enjoy both. They are different things. Like, they are different imaginings of pretty... The remake is an imagining of the original, sort of in the same vein. Like, the person who made Yumeniki, who, by the way, we know, like, almost nothing about, which is really cool. The person who made Yumeniki, Kikiyama, is their name. They had some involvement in the remake, I'm pretty sure, 90% sure, that they, like, helped out with it or, like, directed it or something, or at least had, like, input of some kind. But, yeah, it's not exactly the same. I would recommend playing both, although definitely start with the original. Holy crap, you beat Deltarune Chapter 2 in a day? I'm glad you asked. Yeah, I literally sped run it as fast as I could. The night it came out, September 17th, I literally just sat in my room and played Deltarune Chapter 2, like, all the way through. And at the end, I was like, which character do I like the most? Oh, wait, it's Spamton, of course, obviously, the only correct answer. It's Spamton. Maybe I should remix his theme, because I really like it. And, a little bit of Sturfall lore for you here. I had another channel in the past where I did Deltarune remixes and general remixes as well, although I was not very good at making music back then. I think it was called Starfall Emissary, something like that. You can look it up. You can look it up on YouTube if you want. But I made a remix of Checker Dance from Deltarune, like the day, or at least somewhere around when Deltarune Chapter 1 came out. I'm old, by the way, spoiler alert. I remember when Deltarune Chapter 1 came out. But I remixed Checker Dance around that time, and it, like, blew up because it was, a lot of people were, like, interested in it because Deltarune had just dropped. So that is how I originally found out that is a thing that works. So I tried my best to speedrun Deltarune Chapter 2 literally the day that it came out. Oh, okay. Sorry, it lagged a little bit. I sped run it the day it came out, and then picked Spamton to remix, and I worked on the remix like all of that night and then that morning, and I rendered it, put it in a video, and released it the day after, and I was very proud of it at the time. I think I could definitely do better now. It's been 2 years since that. Wow. I'm addicted to theory videos as long as they're entertaining. Same. Even if I think they're like 900% wrong. The thing about that, though, is that, like, we don't know. As convincing as some of the stuff might be, like, and as unconvincing as some other stuff might be, we don't know. And that's, like, the fun part. That's what I said. That's what I meant, like, at the end of my video when I talked about how, like, we're gonna miss waiting for new chapters of Deltarune to release, because, like, anyone can make any kind of theory and it'll, like, it has at least some weight, because, like, who knows, it could be right. And just, like, I don't know, I really enjoy any different point of view on how Deltarune can be, like, interpreted, because it's such an interpretation heavy game. There's, like, so much going on under the hood and above the hood. It's a very deep game, and I really like watching theories and stuff. Original Yume Nikki is free on Steam as well. Really? Wait, I'm not gonna look it up because I don't want to, like, lag out my computer anymore. Streaming is taking a toll. But look it up. You watching stream right now, you should play Yume Nikki. It's free on Steam apparently. That's awesome. I didn't even know that. Yume Tuki, which is a Yume Tuki, which is Yume Nikki, Y-U-M-E, but like Tuki. So the number 2, like 2. I don't know how to draw it on my camera. 2 KKI. Look it up. It's a fan game of Yume Nikki that is also really good. I have that on my computer. And that was like a download from the wiki or something. That's how I played that. If Yume Nikki is on Steam, that's awesome. No one has any excuse now. You all should play it. Oh gosh, it has been a long time since Chapter 1, hasn't it? It sure has. Undertale is almost 10 years... No, it can't be. Yeah, no. Undertale is 8 years old. That's not almost 10. I don't get to be that old, okay? Jeez. But yeah, it is 8 years old. Come this September, which if you haven't seen my pinned comment on my video, even though a lot of the stuff that I mentioned in the video might not be completely accurate anymore, unfortunately, thanks to the newsletter that came out, like shedding new light on how Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4 and 5 are developing. Even though that might be the case, we will probably get at least some news in September, which I'm really looking forward to, because I think by September we'll know, like, pretty confidently at least when it'll release, which is, I guess that's how I thought about the summer newsletter. Oh well, we'll see. Very, very, very likely that September will have some news, because it's Undertale's 8th birthday. The fall newsletter will be coming out around then, and also Deltarune's 5th anniversary is in October. So, like, somewhere around that time, September to October, we're probably getting, like, a whole lot of news. Chapter 1 was back in 2018. Yup. Yeah, it was a while ago. 5th anniversary coming up this year. We're all 5 years older than the first time that we played Deltarune. Probably. I want chapters 3 through 5 to be spaced out by like a month at least, so we can just speculate more. Yeah, same, honestly. Actually, a lot of people like left comments saying like, hey, why do you only talk about chapter 3? Aren't chapter 3, 4, and 5 releasing at the same time? Which, I don't know why they're saying that, because I literally talk about it multiple times in the video that I'm talking about all 3 chapters. Maybe it's just like the title or something. Which, to be fair, I said only chapter 3 in the title, because I literally typed in Deltarune Chapter into YouTube, and it auto-completed chapter 3 first. So, I assume that's because there's some interest in it. Oh, because 2 in Japanese is pronounced as ni. Clever. Yeah, I love that. Yume Tuki has a lot more scary stuff in it. Yeah, that's true. It's a fan-made creation entirely. So, like, again, the warnings from Yume Nikki apply. Flashing lights, probably. Disturbing content, almost definitely. But, like, there's also a lot more cool stuff. So, definitely check it out, unless you think it wouldn't be right for you, which is totally fine. But I would recommend it. I think the Yume Nikki Steam port is one of the 2 times anyone has gotten into contact with the creator. The other being Dream Diary, of course. I think you're missing one. Toby Fox. That guy, yeah. Undertale man. He, in one of his newsletters, actually, he had an interview with Kikiyama, the creator of Yume Nikki, where he asked them a bunch of like yes or no questions, so they didn't have to elaborate more. Which I think is probably how they prefer to be interviewed, it sounds like. So, but yeah, check that out. Read through the newsletters. I don't remember which one it was exactly. Maybe the spring one? Yes, I think it was the spring newsletter. And the interview was in Japanese, so you might have to translate it, but I used Google Translate and like got the message pretty much, so. Thought it was 9 years, my bad. Yeah, don't worry about it. Not that old yet. Not quite yet. Something cool will happen in between months 9 to 10. Yes, definitely. I can guarantee it, except I won't do that because the last time I guaranteed something, last Thursday, when I guaranteed that we'll know more about, well, my video isn't wrong. It's not wrong, but a lot of the stuff that I made assumptions on, my assumptions were unfortunately incorrect. So the core theory of the video is correct, but Deltarune Chapters 3, 4, and 5 releasing on October 31st of this year is probably a little off by now. I hope it'll release in late 2023 or early 2024. Yeah, again, my last guess is pretty well documented to have been a little misinformed, but I do think it will come out like late 2023 at the latest. Like, or not late 2023, 2024. Sorry, I get my dates mixed up. I'm getting old, see? But next year, I think it will come out next year at some point. Probably earlier in the year. Maybe they didn't watch the video. Yeah, probably. Oh, you're probably talking about someone else. I thought you were talking about Toby Fox and the team. Yeah, maybe the Deltarune team forgot to watch my video, so they wrote the summer newsletter wrong. Actually, they missed the date. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. I emailed it to them like 5 times and they didn't respond. So I guess it's just a communication problem on their end. I mean, if they had watched the video, then of course they would have released Deltarune Chapters 3, 4, and 5 on October 31st. Like, I mean, I said there was all that evidence. Why didn't they see it? I remember when Undertale first came out, my sister and I got in trouble for spending too much time on the family computer. We got stuck on all the bosses. Yeah. I love Undertale. I replay it a lot. I put in the video like a screenshot for a few seconds, but I have like 60 something hours in Undertale because when I originally played it, I got stuck on Undyne for like an hour, probably, if not more. I got stuck on Undyne, I got stuck on Asgore, and then I thought, hey, I've taken like longer than usual to beat Undertale. You know what a great idea would be? I should play the genocide route with like the hardest boss fights in the entire game. And I got stuck on harder Undyne for longer, and I got stuck on Sans for even longer. Actually, I don't know if I ever beat Sans legitimately. Ooh. Don't tell anyone that. You hear me? You better not share that information. I definitely have beaten Sans legitimately. Oh, you know what I did? I think I I think I modded Undertale or something, or like downloaded a hack for the game or something just to beat Sans. God, I'm ashamed of my actions. I would like to formally apologize for what I did 8 or 7 years ago when that happened. Has never happened since, I swear. I beat Spamton legitimately. Let it be known. It only took me 4 tries. Chapter 7 will be released in 2025, and it's just Undertale hard mode. Yeah. When will they make Undertale hard mode real? I've been waiting for so long. It's been out since the demo, I think, which was like 2013, 2014? I really like the newsletters. I hope Toby will continue to make those about all of his projects, even if he will move on from Deltarune. Yeah, they're really informative. I like them. It's nice to see, like, although obviously I like the Deltarune news, it's nice to see other stuff that's going on in the world of Toby and his creations, and the team's creations too. Speaking of moving on from Deltarune, which, by the way, I don't think that'll happen for quite a while. Like, Deltarune is... Even though Deltarune will be completely released at some point in the future, I think it's... We have a little bit until then, so we don't have to worry yet. But yeah, like... I wonder what Toby's next project will be, if he even will make another game at all. I mean, he probably will. He is probably one of the most popular and successful indie game developers, like, ever. So, maybe he will, maybe he won't. Again, like, he's had the idea for Deltarune since 2012? 2011, I think he said the dream was in the interview. So, it's been a while. Maybe, like... I mean, I can't personally see him, like, coming up with a new idea for a game and, like, building on it while he is simultaneously doing all the stuff with Deltarune, which clearly it's a pretty involved development process. But again, like, he made the entirety of Undertale while also having Deltarune, like, exist at least somewhere in his mind. So, who knows? Yeah, I'm really excited to see. Although that will be in quite a while. We have a while to wait. I already have around 100 hours on Deltarune. Wow, nice. Yeah, I haven't played Deltarune super involvedly. Super involved. Like, I got partway through a Snowgrave route and then I got sad and stopped. Which, like, what does that say about me? I could do Undertale Genocide, no problem. I didn't care about any of them, but the Darkners and Deltarune that I'm turning into ice cubes. No, that just tugged on my heartstrings way more. I couldn't do it. I never actually did the Genocide route. I felt too guilty. Yeah, a lot of my friends, like, didn't do it either, which I totally understand. Undertale is special in the way that, like, sure, there's, like, the whole internet thing of, like, oh, the Genocide route, it's the super hardcore route that everybody should play. It has the super song Megalovania, like, internet meme song extraordinaire. Everybody should do it, but, like, literally Undertale, the game itself, has... I don't know. Undertale is very good at making you feel like your actions have weight and consequences, which makes the Genocide route all that much more, like, harder to do. Yeah, it's part of why it's such a good game. 50 hours on Undertale and 72 hours on Deltarune. Nice, yeah. They're good games, what can I say? Oh, hold on. Stop lagging. Alright. I am going to be right back. I'm just gonna, like, refill my water. I'll be back in probably less than 5 minutes. I'll run really fast. Don't break anything while I'm gone, okay? I'm back. Is everything broken? Good. We're back. Now that he's back, we can start breaking things. No! Stop, please! Oh, I have my balloons on. I forgot about that. Actually, no, I'm keeping them. What am I thinking? Why would I ever get rid of those? Happy birthday, everyone whose birthday it is. I think it. Oh yeah, Minecraft is definitely a bigger indie game than Undertale. Although, I think between us, Minecraft kind of loses its indie game status when it is owned by Microsoft and being like mega updated. I played Minecraft for the first time recently in like a while. At least like 2 or 3 updates that I have missed, and like. There are cherry trees now. They're so cool. I put one in my house. All right, why is it lagging? Minecraft is super like updated now. It's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, like Undertale is definitely up there in terms of super like involved indie games. I'm going to save this and open it back up so that maybe it will stop lagging. Here's me for now. Hi, chat. Undertale is still going decently strong even 8 years after it's released. I think Deltarune will last a good amount of time. Yeah, I agree. Like in terms of the fandom and like people making cool things like related to it and talking about it, discussion, everything, like that'll be around for years, if not like decades after Deltarune is completely released. All right, we're back. Hopefully it stops lagging. If not, then I can't really do anything. Oh, I can. Stop. Hit the button. It should be better now. It's mostly better. Hold on. Hang on, chat. It's gonna be rough waters for a little bit, but it'll settle down. Oh, God. Give it a minute. Hold on. Stop. Okay. I'm I'm like a little delayed on the camera that I can see there, but otherwise I think it's pretty good. Reasonably so. I'm gonna loop a pattern for now. So this doesn't get too bad, actually. Nah, I'll play the whole thing. Surely it will be fine. My first time beating Jevil was with all stats quadrupled. Yeah. I don't remember if I ever did Jevil. I remember like finding the whole process of finding keys and everything. Like I found that annoying, so I wanted to stay away from it, I guess. How long have I been streaming? About an hour. All right, cool. Oh my God. I don't know why suddenly it's, well, acting up a little more than it was, but maybe, hold on. I'm gonna change the setting and see if that fixes things. Okay. Maybe it'll be better now, who knows? I love the Darkeners more than the monsters. I think that seeing them in Castletown and being able to talk to them gives them so much more personality. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I personally am. Well, oh my God. when I just like think about it for 2 seconds, I'm like, oh yeah, of course I'm attached to the monsters in Undertale. You can like talk to them and learn their stories and everything. But like the Darkners, that's true too. And also, this is just a personal opinion, but I think the Darkners have like cooler designs and much more interesting like visual stuff going on with them than Undertale monsters. Maybe that's just because Darkners are like in color when you're fighting them. They're not just black and white sprites on the screen, but yeah. Gotta head out now, actually. Gotta work on stuff. No problem. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, everybody whose first time it is here in the stream. It is so nice to see so many new faces. Well, I can't see your faces. So many new words on the screen. I love your words. Thank you for putting them in my chat. I appreciate it. For anyone who was like really hoping we worked on music today, I'm sorry. Like, I've had a lot of fun just talking about Deltarune, honestly, and Yuminiki. We talked about that a lot too. But just talking is perfectly fine with me. And my music program is lagging. I don't know why. I tried to fix so much stuff about the stream today. You have no idea. And it's still making a fuss about something. So I'll look into it more for next week's stream. By the way, I stream every single Tuesday. Probably every single Tuesday, unless I have something else to do. 3 p.m. EST, same time. Spamton was really easy, only took me about 3 tries. Guess what? You're 1 try worth of a better gamer than I am. Love them both, yeah. Yeah, Undertale is like the classic, the OG. It's 8 years old. It's when all the good times were, the good old days. Deltarune though is so much of like an improvement on the formula, I think. I think it's really cool just to see like how much the like design philosophy of Undertale has progressed from Undertale to Deltarune, because like I thought a lot of people understandably didn't love this as much, but I thought that Deltarune Chapter 1 having like the option to spare or like fight monsters, or not monsters, Darkners, having the option to spare or fight being like functionally pretty much the same in terms of story, I really liked that, because like the whole point of Deltarune seems to be building on Undertale, on the ideas that were like presented in Undertale, but also like twisting them into their own thing that is very clearly like not Undertale. I really like the distinction, like right off the bat, from the moment that you enter Deltarune, like this looks like Undertale. It has a lot of Undertale's charm and the style in its design, the same people behind it, but like it is not Undertale. It is something completely new, and you're gonna take it and you're gonna like it, and you know what? I sure did. I really did. It's my first time on the stream, but I've seen some of your videos before. Your music is good, and the Deltarune video is great. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Yeah, this is just like, I mean, usually it's where I work on music that I would release as videos, but today, unfortunately, that couldn't happen as much. But yeah, I'm really glad that even though my oh my god, I forgot the word. The theory video, speculation video from Thursday, even though it did really well and like isn't the type of thing that I normally do, honestly, like a lot of people really enjoyed it. I'm really glad of that. Like, I mean, I mostly do music on my channel. That's pretty obvious if you look at my profile picture, my like any of the videos I do, like I'm glad I tried something new and it worked out, and I'm glad that people enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, I'm thinking of maybe doing more stuff like that in the future. So we'll see. And yeah, like shorts and stuff. Does anybody watch YouTube shorts? Apparently they do. YouTube keeps telling me that people watch shorts. Actually, they send me emails like, hey, Sturfall, you should make YouTube shorts. They will make you a lot of money. That's not true. They definitely won't. but I still kind of want to do them because it's interesting to like have shorter form content. I wonder if I could like, would I be able to upload like songs in YouTube Shorts? It's like a minute cap, right? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe like uploading the process of how I like do music. I don't know. I'm doing this with my hands. This is how I make music. I work my magic on the computer, and that's what happens. But yeah, I'm interested in doing other stuff with my channel, and I'm glad it's working out so far. Hey, I'm all caught up with chat. Wow, it's only been an hour. Yeah, an hour and 15 minutes. I don't think that songs would perform well on YouTube Shorts at all. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, maybe it would be cool to put them on there, but they probably wouldn't perform so well. Because, like, the point of having music on YouTube is to come back to it and save it in your playlist and listen to the whole thing. And, like, YouTube Shorts, I don't know if you guys know this, you can't, like, go back. You can't, like, hit the back arrow and it skips back 5 seconds. At least I don't think you can. I haven't found a way to do it, and if it's not intuitive to me, you're a very average stupid person, then it probably isn't intuitive to anyone else. So, yeah, I think full music videos are gonna be on the channel like normal. But maybe I could do like a little quick voiceover, because I can do voiceovers now. I was a little nervous about putting a video with my voice in it, like another video with my voice in it on the channel for everybody to see, but apparently it worked out, so I guess I'll do more of it. I could do like voiceover stuff of going over my project file. Here is 5 techniques for how to make Deltarune style music. Step 1, use sound fonts like Toby does. They're a little copyright legally gray, but use them, I guess. I don't know. Step 2, use chiptune noises. Step 3, use reverb and delay, but in a different way than normal. Step 4, that's not 4. Step 4, you gotta, use leitmotifs. Step 5, what is a leitmotif? No one really knows, actually. I prefer darkeners because their designs are based on objects like puzzle pieces, computer programs, mice, etc. Also, I think that darkeners as a concept are a lot more creative than monsters. Yeah, I agree. Like, maybe, again, this is probably just bias of me being able to see them in, like, color on my screen, but I really like, especially the, what are their names? Like, the guys in, Chapter 2, they look like dolphins or whatever? Pop-ups? Is that it? Probably, because they make you, like, their attack is, like, the pop up all the ads on the screen, and you have to, like, get through them. I really like them, because, like, they're thematic, they're on point with the computer style thing, which is really cool to see. They are, you can, like, recruit them, which is cool. That's about it. I don't know. When you take music and put it in other music. Same, that's what I do. That is my job. Kind of. I wouldn't call it my job. That is my hobby that I am now making pocket change from, which is nice, honestly. Yeah, I truly do take music and put it in other music. Twist it around, shape it around, twirl it around, make new stuff. I don't know. Alright, let's see if this will let me play through the whole thing without it lagging. Again, I don't know how much music we're gonna get done today, unfortunately, but hopefully, I said this not yesterday, I said this last week, but hopefully all of the technical stuff will be sorted out by next week when I do more Rude Buster. Yeah. I mean, I sorted it out a lot today, and it is significantly better than it was last week. Like, we can actually stream. We've been streaming for an hour or something, and it's not been too bad, so. Yeah, hopefully next week it'll be without that annoying lag that will definitely probably pop up right now. Fine so far. Alright, it seems to be mostly working. Fine. Forget I said anything. Alright, I'm probably gonna do a few, like, touch-up things and then call it a day, because it's kind of hot in here. I've mentioned this before, I have a fan next to me. I don't want to turn it up too high, because I don't want to mess with my mic quality that I just spent, like, all that time fixing, but it's a little warm. I've had to get water multiple times, and now I'm almost out again. Yeah. But let's try to make a little bit more progress, if my computer will allow that, which I sure hope it does. Alright, geez. Fine. Yes. So, as I was saying an hour ago before I started talking about Deltarune, I want to work on the bass line from this. Start with that, at least. Alright. Actually, I don't need to... This is... Root note is C sharp. Actually. This is... Yeah, this is in a different key than, the original, so I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. It's time to transcribe, everybody's favorite part of the stream, where I listen to the original song and play it and pause it a bunch and try and figure out which notes are right. And it takes way longer than it has any right to, but it's a necessary part, so we do it. Why is it not playing? What? Hold on, what key is this in? I should know this, but I don't. That. It's in that, which is F sharp. I know music, I swear. We're slowing it down. Ew, sharps. What do you mean? What do you have against sharps? I mean, I had something against sharps for most of when I was learning music, because I learned music by playing the flute, like the instrument, the flute. That is how I learned to read music traditionally before I got started with this business here. So I think in flats, but FL Studio works in sharps, so I have now come to work in sharps as well. And also I haven't played the flute in like a year, so that is also a contributing factor. Okay. Okay. This is the bass line. Ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, we have one one measure of work done today. Clap it up. Clap it up. We did it. I will clap it up for you. One moment, please. Allow me to clap it up. Actually, I don't even have to cam only. Hold on. Maybe I do have to cam only. I don't know. Clap it up in 3. Where is it? 2. 1. Clap it up. We did it. 1 measure's worth of work in half the time. I don't know where that came from. It's not half the time. It was an hour. I took an hour to do 1 measure of music. Clap it up. We really did it. I'm sorry if my clapping is peaking the mic. I just thought of that. Oops. Just realized you couldn't hear my clapping and I'm so sad. You know what? I believe you. I will take your word for it. I trust that you're clapping. Why is it lagging? Stop lagging immediately. This instant computer. Is that how people make the MIDIs that are going around? Like this program? Probably. You can make MIDIs in FL Studio. Yeah. And they probably do the MIDIs by transcribing. So yes, actually, you are completely correct. Sorry if the clapping was loud. I was really enthused. I was really enthused that I did that much work. Alright. Oh my god. It is very warm in here. My mouse pad is sticking to my hand. No, I mean doing by ear. Yeah. Usually. I mean, if there's nothing to make the MIDI from, like if there's no other MIDI, then yeah, you kind of have to do it by ear. I mean, as far as I know, Toby Fox isn't releasing MIDIs to the public. Which if he is, I would love to get some. Yeah, it is by ear though. I'm playing a YouTube video that has actually, credit where credit is due, it is the official Rude Buster YouTube video by Toby Fox. Toby Fox Topic, that is. the auto-generated Rude Buster. I'm playing it on YouTube because YouTube has ways to like slow it down and stuff, and that helps me transcribe. But yeah. Putting notes down by ear is annoying, honestly. I won't lie to you, but it is a necessary part of remixing. Because, like, the alternative is get the notes wrong or use someone else's MIDI, which, like, I don't want to steal people's work. I'll just do it myself. These should be shorter, like that. I'm gonna touch this up in a little bit. I just want to get all the notes down first. What is the last note? Just came from your chapter release date prediction. Awesome. Hi, welcome to the stream. We were talking about Deltarune like a lot a little while ago. But right now, we're doing what I'm actually supposed to be doing and working on music. So stick around if you want. Great video, I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you, yeah. I put a lot of time into it. I'm glad people like it. It's not what I usually do on this channel, but people clearly seem to enjoy it, so I'm perfectly happy to literally, like, for the past hour, I've just been talking with chat about Deltarune theories, which I didn't expect that to be how today's stream was going to go, but it's a pleasant surprise. I'm happy to do it. Is it this or? Probably. Dang, I missed the Deltarune talk. Don't worry. If you want to see the full Deltarune talk, as soon as this stream is over, it'll be like... Actually, you can probably just like scroll backwards in the YouTube video. But if you want to stay with me live in the present, once the stream is over, you can, there's like a tab in my channel that just says live, and it has all of the VODs from streams, this one and past ones. So you can look at that later. I also like to make music and stuff, so I was also pleasantly surprised to learn you make music and produced a couple of the songs in your video. Yeah, it's like, I'm pleasantly surprised whenever I find out that like there's a lot of the Deltarune community that's like super talented in like one area or another, or usually like multiple areas. It's so cool that like a lot of the people who I'm interacting with are like they're creatives of some sort. It is very cool to see. And yeah, so I did make some of the songs in my video that I used. The reason why I did that is because I was lazy and didn't want to look through the Deltarune soundtrack for songs that would fit in those areas. So I just used stuff that I made, and they're both remixes. Well, one is I used the it's called Uwa So Temperate is the song title. It's from Undertale. Obviously, I'm pretty sure most people knew that. But I remixed that like a year or two ago on my channel, and I stuck that in there. And then the Green Room remix that I made, that I'm still very proud of, I put that at the end. And I've gotten comments asking like, what are the songs that you used? And that makes me happy. I might be famous for talking about Deltarune's release date, which is a little off now, by the way. I might be famous for being pretty much wrong, but I can still make music, darn it. Alright, this is where it gets complicated. I'm transcribing the bass line right now for the new part of Rude Buster, which, that might be all I get through today, because it's warm in this room and I'm kind of tired. And I have been fixing technical issues all day with my stream, and it's annoying, but it's finally fixed now, and now I'm exhausted. I'm too tone deaf to make my own music, stopping you right there, you are not. I can assure you, anyone can make music. It is ridiculously easy. I'm too tone deaf to make my own music, but I like playing. Is there something there? Sorry, there's like a thing blocking the chat. Is that? I like playing. I'm trying. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm trying to learn piano too, but the bass clef exists. Yeah, I mean, I said this before. I'm a flute player. Bass clef, never dabbled in it. I wash my hands of the bass clef. I've never had a conversation with it, never talked to it. Nope. Just not interacting with it. That is where I set the boundaries. One of my good friends is going to college for like to be something in the music, like something musical, which I'm not, by the way. I'm going for something else, but music is just a hobby. One of my friends is doing music, and he has to like learn all the different clefs and learn different instruments, and it sounds very involved. So I like to thank my lucky stars that I just get to mess around in FL Studio and create scrungly little beats whenever I want without having to like learn theory behind stuff. Which, by the way, you can make music without knowing music theory. Remember that. You don't need to take a class to learn how to make music. Bass clef is gross. I play flute too, it makes a lot more sense, yeah. Bass clef is... There's like... I took one class in my time in school, which is still going on, by the way, but in all of my school career, I've taken one music class that made me learn, like, bass clef and all the clefs. And I had to, like... I made a calculator for myself. I went so far as to create, through code, which is my actual major, through code, a calculator that calculates how to, like, convert from bass clef to normal clef. Treble clef. Yeah. I call it normal clef. You can already see I'm horribly biased. But I made a calculator, and that is how I did my homework assignments. It was rough. That's why I'm not a big fan of music education, because I wasn't good at it. Yeah, FL Studio doesn't abide by clefs. That's why I love it. It just abides by everything has to be sharps, which I learned soon enough. It's not a big deal. Alright, let's see here. Maybe it's like something, I don't know what, but I'm trying to transcribe this and it sounds like the Rude Buster notes are like a half a semitone above what I'm making here, which like, that would be, so I put G down, I think the Rude Buster note is like in between G and G sharp, which is annoying, but I mean, technically I'm accurate. Just going for G, I guess. No, not technically, but as far as I'm concerned, it's making transcription difficult. This is a song, Rude Buster is like... Rude Buster is one of the final bosses of making a Toby Fox remix. Excuse me. It has so much, like... It's just difficult to transcribe, I think, in my opinion. Which is, of course, why I've tried to do it like 5 different times across how long it's been since Deltarune released, and progressively I've been getting closer and closer to what the notes actually are over the years. It has been years, by the way. But I'm trying to get it as accurate as possible this time. Which is why I'm playing from a slowed down YouTube video. That's why you have to hear this. Actually, it might be a full semitone up. 5 years, 5 remixes? Yeah, I think so. Although they haven't been like one per year. I think it's been a little less like evenly spaced out. Yeah, I've remixed Rude Buster quite a lot. I'm a fan of this song, you could say. Yeah, it does sound like it's like somewhere. Is my bass tuned wrong? I haven't touched it, so I don't think it would be. Let's try something else. Yeah, it's... Time for the annual Rude Buster remix. Yup, it's that time of year. The most wonderful time of the year. Rude Buster time. Yeah, It is accurate. It's just like my ears are a little off. Which, to be fair, I don't have perfect pitch. I don't know anyone that does, and I know a lot of good music producers, so it is not an essential skill. Gonna dip. I just wanted to pop in and see what you were doing. I did leave a comment and question on your video. Wish you well and sorry. Wish you well and am waiting in anticipation for this remix and Deltarune Ball. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you for doing all the other stuff. Yeah. Leaving a comment, helping the algorithm, although I don't know if comments do that anymore. Thank you for stopping by. And yes, I'm also waiting for Deltarune. Okay, I think that's it. Sounds right anyway. When I was trying to learn the ukulele, I would sometimes just forget to tune it and not notice the difference until someone else pointed it out. That sounds like something I would do, legitimately. That is a very that's a Sturfall mistake. I don't mean to like copyright your mistake there, but like I would definitely do that. My flute when I was playing it would like the end cap or whatever came off, the thing on the head, and apparently that affects pitch. I didn't notice. I left it like that for like a month or two, and it was only until my band director like noticed that the entire top cap of my flute was missing. What he was like, hey, you should probably like get that replaced, which I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to spend money to go to the flute guy who repairs flutes. So I ignored it for a little while longer. And then I finally noticed like, hey, when I play this note that's really high with all the other flutes, it sounds a little off. I wonder why that is. Yeah. It is playing music is hard. Making music is hard too, but also it's like surprisingly easy. It's an art, which naturally means that it will be hard in all the best places and also easy in all the worst places. That's how it goes. All right, is this bass line finally done? I've been working on it for like 20 minutes. I don't know why I'm tired of it already. Okay, well that's pretty easy. All right. Oh no, I'm off snap. Oh no. Alright, it's fixed. By examining this stream very, very closely, we can in fact decipher that Sturfall is actually waiting for Deltarune. Experts may agree. In 200 years, by analyzing the evidence carefully, it may be able to be determined that Sturfall is aware of the existence of a game called Deltarune. Modern-day geniuses are currently inconclusive about the nature of this stream. If you look at it all under a microscope, though, it'll become clear. that I cannot wait for Deltarune to release. So much so that I made an entire video speculating when it will come out. Is that right? I don't know. Oh, and it's lagging again. Okay. And my camera's delayed now, too. Maybe. I don't know, I can't tell. Oh, hey, it's been like 2 hours already. Wow. That went back quickly. It's a good sign, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna finish this baseline, or at least like this measure of the baseline. And then I think I'm gonna call it here. My snap keeps randomly turning off as well. Yeah. Happens to the best of us. FO Studio joke. We've been doing this for a while. I really enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna finish this baseline and then try to play through the whole song, although it probably, yeah, I mean, we've been playing through the whole song the whole time. I think it's fine if we don't today. Yeah, alright. Let me finish this up real quick. Oh gosh, no! Alright. Okay. FL Studio does not want me to finish this baseline. It's trying its absolute hardest. Oh my gosh. I don't know which one of these is right. One of them is. The thing about transcription is that it is much easier to figure out off stream. So I might end up doing a lot more of that before next week's stream. And then on stream we can actually do all the fun parts of making music. Like everything else. Yeah, okay. It is pretty much, well, the whole thing isn't finished, but it is where I want it to be for now. I'm going to remember to save my work. Right? Yeah? Huh? Hello, FL Studio. Earth to DAW. Cool. Alright. I think that's gonna be it. Thank you all for coming. Thank you to everybody who stuck around. Thank you to everybody who is watching the VOD right now. YouTube.com/Sturfall. I don't know why I'm plugging to you. You're already literally here. Whatever. Thank you to everybody who came by. This was a really fun stream, which is really great because I had a lot of thoughts about how this was gonna go like 4 or 5 days after a blow-up breakout video. So I'm glad that the direction it went was well. Yeah. If you want to watch anything from before, like earlier parts of the stream that you missed, you can do that right now because I'm ending it like right now. Or you can go to the live tab on my channel. It'll be there probably. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Yeah, new video coming out soon, and I will see you guys next Tuesday at 3 p.m. EST with more